Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Calm Step English. I'm John.
And I'm Sarah. We're so happy you've joined us today for another peaceful step on your journey to English fluency.
Today, we're going to share something a little different, something very personal. We're going to talk about mistakes. Not just small, everyday mistakes, but those big, red-faced, embarrassing moments that stay with us for years.
Yes, the kind of moments that make your heart beat fast and your palms get a little sweaty. We've all been there, haven't we? Especially when we're learning a new language. It can feel like we're walking on a tightrope, always afraid of falling.
Exactly. But here's the secret. Those mistakes, those moments of feeling a bit foolish, are actually where the real learning happens. They are the most powerful teachers we have. Today we want to tell you that these moments are not failures. They are gifts. They are chances to grow in ways you never expected.
That's such a beautiful way to put it, John. And to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable, John has agreed to share one of his most embarrassing English mistakes. It's a story he hasn't told many people, but we think it's perfect for today's lesson.
Yes, it's a story from many years ago when I was much younger and perhaps a little too confident in my English. I was in college at the time and I was spending a semester studying abroad. I was in a beautiful city surrounded by international students from all over the world. I thought, I'm a native speaker. My English is perfect. I can communicate with anyone about anything.
Oh, the confidence of youth. So what happened, John? Where did it all go wrong?
Well, it happened at a big international student party. It was a wonderful night. Everyone was talking and laughing. I was in a circle with some new friends from France, Japan, and Brazil. I wanted to tell a funny story about my morning. I had woken up late, rushed to my first class, and felt completely disorganized all day.
We've all had those days. It's a very relatable situation.
Right? So, I wanted to say that I was feeling a bit flustered. For those who don't know, flustered is a great word. It means feeling confused, agitated, or a bit nervous because you're in a hurry or under pressure. It's that feeling when you can't find your keys and you're already 10 minutes late.
It's a very descriptive word. It paints a clear picture of that stressful feeling.
Yes, but in my excitement to tell the story, my brain took a wrong turn. Instead of saying flustered, I accidentally said frustrated. Now, frustrated sounds a bit like flustered, but the meaning is quite different. Frustrated means feeling annoyed, disappointed, or even angry because you can't achieve something or something isn't working.
Oh, I can see the problem already. Those two words are often confused by learners, but even native speakers can mix them up when they're talking fast.
Exactly. And because I was a native speaker, I didn't even realize I'd made a mistake. I kept saying things like, "Oh, I was so frustrated this morning. I was just running around being frustrated all day." The people I was talking to looked very concerned. They started asking, "John, why were you so angry? What happened that made you so upset?"
They thought you were having a terrible, angry day.
Yes, and I was so confused by their concern. I kept thinking, why are they making such a big deal out of this? It was just a busy morning. I tried to explain more, saying things like, No, I wasn't angry. I was just, frustrated. Of course, using the wrong word again only made it worse. The more I tried to explain, the more confused and worried they became. It was incredibly awkward. I felt my face getting hotter and hotter.
That sounds like a classic communication breakdown. One small word changed the entire tone of your story.
It really did. I felt like I was losing control of the conversation. I, the expert English speaker, couldn't even explain a simple morning routine. I wanted to just disappear. But then, a friend of mine, another native speaker named Mark, walked over. He'd been listening for a minute and he realized exactly what was happening.
Thank goodness for friends like Mark.
Seriously. He pulled me aside and whispered, "John, you keep saying you were frustrated. Do you mean you were flustered?" It was like a giant weight was lifted off my shoulders. "Yes," I practically shouted. "That's the word, flustered. I was flustered, not frustrated."
Oh, the relief must have been amazing.
It was incredible. I went back to the group, apologized for the confusion, and explained the difference between the two words. Everyone laughed, and the tension disappeared. It was still embarrassing, but it turned into a great conversation about language and how easily we can be misunderstood.
That's a fantastic story, John, and it's so important for our viewers to hear. Even native speakers have these moments. It's not about being perfect, it's about how you handle the mistakes when they happen.
Absolutely. And that experience taught me so much. It wasn't just about two words. It was about the whole process of communication. I've thought about that moment many times over the years, and I've realized there were 5 big lessons I learned that day.
5 lessons. That's a lot of growth from one embarrassing moment. Let's share them with everyone. What was the first lesson?
The first lesson was humility. Before that party, I was a bit arrogant about my English. I thought I didn't need to be careful because it was my first language. That mistake showed me that I'm always a learner, too. It made me more patient with others and more careful with my own speech. It's a good reminder that we should never stop being curious about language.
That's so true. Humility is a key part of being a good communicator. It opens us up to learning from everyone around us. What about the second lesson?
The second lesson was the importance of active listening and feedback. When I saw my friends looking confused, I should have stopped and asked, "Am I using the right word?" Or, "Does that make sense?" Instead, I just kept talking, assuming I was right and they were wrong. I learned that communication is a two-way street. We need to pay attention to how our words are being received.
Yes. Watching for those confused faces is a great way to catch mistakes early. It's okay to stop and check in with your listener. It shows you care about being understood. And the third lesson?
The third lesson was about minimal pairs and similar-sounding words. Flustered and frustrated are very similar in sound, but very different in meaning. This experience made me realize how important it is to really understand those subtle differences. For English learners, this is especially important. Words like ship and sheep, or think and sink, can cause big misunderstandings if we're not careful.
We talk about this a lot on our channel. Those small sounds can make a big difference. It's worth spending time practicing them and understanding the different meanings. What was the fourth lesson, John?
The fourth lesson was about context. If I had stepped back and looked at the context of my story, a busy morning rushing around, I would have realized that frustrated didn't really fit. Context is like a safety net for language. It helps us choose the right words and helps our listeners understand us even if we make a small mistake. Always think about the situation you're in when you're choosing your words.
Context is like the background of a picture. It gives meaning to everything in the foreground. It's a powerful tool for both speaking and listening. And finally, the fifth lesson.
The fifth and most important lesson was about growth. That embarrassing moment didn't stop me from speaking. Instead, it made me a better, more thoughtful communicator. It gave me a great story to share with all of you. It showed me that mistakes are not the end of the world. They are just part of the journey. Every time we stumble, we have a chance to pick ourselves up and keep going, stronger and wiser than before.
I love that. Every time we stumble, we have a chance to keep going, stronger and wiser. That's the heart of Calm Step English. We want all of you to feel that same sense of growth. Don't let the fear of making a mistake keep you silent. Your voice is important, and your journey is unique.
Exactly. We've all had those moments where we've said something wrong or felt misunderstood. If you have an embarrassing English story, please share it with us in the comments. Let's build a community where we can laugh at our mistakes and learn from them together. You might be surprised at how many people have had similar experiences.
Sharing your stories is a great way to realize that you're not alone. We're all in this together, taking these calm steps toward fluency. Your story could be the very thing that encourages someone else to keep trying.
And if John's story made you feel a bit better about your own English journey, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who might be struggling with the fear of making mistakes. Your likes and comments help us grow this wonderful community.
And don't forget to subscribe to Calm Step English and hit the notification bell. We're here every week with new stories, lessons, and tips to help you learn English in a relaxed and effective way. We believe that learning should be a peaceful process, and we're honored to be a part of yours.
We have so many more stories and lessons to share with you. Whether you're a beginner or more advanced, there's always something new to discover. Let's keep taking those calm steps together.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We truly appreciate your support and your dedication to learning. Remember, you're doing great, and every mistake is just another step on your path to success.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and most importantly, keep being kind to yourself. We'll see you in the next video.